What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, and today we are covering our WWE WrestleMania rewatch. We're covering WWE WrestleMania IV, and you can check out all the other three past WrestleManias in the archives. WrestleMania IV is live in Atlantic City, New Jersey. For the first time ever, WWE held a tournament to declare a new WWE champion during this event. So it was different. There were some matches that were made prior to the event, but this card is just basically filled with matches to get to the finals. So we start out with Glass Knight coming out to perform God Bless America and My Country 'Tis of Thee. Very good to see Glass Knight sing for us to start the night. Next, we have the Battle Royal. We have the Young Stallions versus the Hart Foundation, Sika, Danny Davis, Killer Bees, Bad News Brown, Ruju Brothers, Junkyard Dog, Hillbilly Jim, King Harley Race, George Animal Steel, just some to name a few. The final two men are Bad News Brown and Bret Hitman Hart. Bad News double crosses Bret and tosses him to the floor, and Bad News gets the win. After the match, Bret Hart drop kicks Bad News to the floor from behind and destroys the trophy. I gave this match a 2 out of 10 because not a lot of action was involved in this one. Robin Leach, host of the Celebrity Lifestyles of Rich and the Famous, comes out and he reads a proclamation for WrestleMania. And we start with our first round match, Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase, with Virgil and Andre the Giant with him by his side. This was a decent match. Ted DiBiase chops Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ted slams Jim Duggan into the corner and nails a double axe handle. Jim Duggan lands a power slam, but Andre hits Duggan, and DiBiase lands a fist drop, and Ted DiBiase wins and moves on. I gave this match a 3 out of 10. Our second first round match, we have the magnificent Don Muraco with superstar Billy Graham taking on Dino Bravo with Frenchie Martin. Muraco nails a backdrop and a double clothesline. Bravo hits a pile driver. Muraco nails a running forearm. Dino Bravo pulls the referee in to get knocked out. Dino hits Muraco from behind and nails a side suplex, but Don Muraco gets the victory by disqualification. I gave this match another 3 out of 10. Not a lot of action here. We see Bob Uecker interviewing the Honky Tonk Man with Jimmy Hart. We get our third first round competition match, Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The Dragon comes out with his son. Steamboat nails a drop kick to the back. Valentine elbow shots and axe handles. Greg Valentine nails a flying double axe handle. Steamboat lands a flying fist and he gets a 2 count. And then Steamboat slams Valentine's head into the pad 4 times. Steamboat nails a flying cross body, but Valentine rolls through and holds the tights to get the victory. I actually gave this match a 5 out of 10. A decent match between these two men, but Greg the Hammer Valentine moves on. We have our fourth first round match, Macho Man Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth defeating Butch Reed after Savage drops Reed off the top and nails a flying elbow drop, and the Macho Man moves on. I gave this match a 3 out of 10. Not a lot of good stuff here, but Macho Man looked great. Next, we have One Man Gang with Slick taking on Bam Bam Bigelow with Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Gang attacks to start. Slick holds the rope so Bam Bam Bigelow falls to the floor, and the One Man Gang gets the win and advances by count out. I gave this a 2 out of 10. Really bad match. Not a lot of good stuff here. We have another first round match, Ravishing Rick Rude with Bobby the Brain Heenan taking on Jake the Snake Roberts. Rude hits a clothesline and then drops Roberts with a drop kick. Roberts nails a backdrop, a gut buster, but then Rude hits a back suplex. Both men land a double clothesline, and this match runs to a time limit draw after Jake grabs a snake, but Rude leaves. I gave this match a 2 out of 10. Not great. Nothing great here. Vanna White is backstage. She gets interviewed. Next, we have Hercules with Bobby the Brain Heenan taking on the Ultimate Warrior. Hercules hits 3 clotheslines. The two fight on the floor. Warrior punches Hercules in the corner. Hercules nails an atomic drop. Warrior accidentally runs into the post. Hercules hits a back suplex, but Warrior gets the pin when Hercules' shoulders are counted down. After Heenan Hercules tries to attack with a chain, but Warrior attacks Hercules and swings the chain around. I gave that match a 3 out of 10. We have our first semifinal of the match, Andre the Giant with Ted DiBiase and Virgil taking on Hulk Hogan. Andre chokes Hulk. Virgil distracts the referee, and the $1 Million Man hits Hulk Hogan in the back with a chair. Hogan hits Andre with a chair, and then both men get disqualified. I gave this a 3 out of 10. It's cool to see both men competing again. After Hogan hits Andre with a chair and chases off Ted and Virgil, Hulk suplexes Virgil on the ramp and body slams Andre the Giant. Good stuff here. We have our second semifinal match of the night. Don Muraco with superstar Billy Graham versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. DiBiase gets the win after he slingshots Muraco into the ropes and gets a 3 count. I gave this match a 3 out of 10. One Man Gang is in the ring and he advances to the third round. He gets a bye because both Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant were eliminated. We have Greg the Hammer Valentine with Jimmy Hart versus Macho Man Randy Savage. And Savage gets the win after a roll up. This match is another 3 out of 10. Next, we have the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The champion, the Honky Tonk Man, with Jimmy Hart and Peggy Sue taking on Brutus, the Barber Beefcake. Brutus hits a high knee. Honky Tonk Man kicks at Brutus. Honky Tonk nails a fist drop, and Jimmy Hart chokes Brutus. Jimmy Hart shocks referee and hits the referee with a megaphone. And then Brutus grabs scissors and cuts Jimmy Hart's hair. Brutus gets the win by DQ. I give this a 5 out of 10. Decent match here. Barber getting some semblance of revenge on the Honky Tonk Man by cutting Jimmy Hart's hair. Bob Uecker interviews Andre the Giant. Andre chokes him backstage. That's a very famous shot that we see a lot. Next, we have Bobby the Brain Heenan and the Islanders versus Koko B. Ware and the British Bulldogs with Matilda. Bobby's wearing a dog training suit. David Boy Smith crossbody to Haku, and he nails a military press. Koko hits Heenan with a drop kick. Koko tosses the Islanders into one another. The Bulldogs Islanders fight outside, and then what's his name? Kaka slams Heenan on top of Koko B. Ware, allowing their team to get a win. I gave this one a 4 out of 10. After the Bulldogs chase Bobby Heenan away with Matilda, Jesse the Body Ventura is introduced. We got our semifinal match here, One Man Gang with Slick versus Macho Man Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth. And Macho gets the win by disqualification after the One Man Gang hits Savage in the back with the cane. I gave this a 3 out of 10, but Randy advances. Next, we have the tag team titles on the line. The champion Strike Force taking on Demolition with Mr. Fuji. Tito hits a flying axe handle to Smash. Smash has Tito in a bear hug, and Axe clotheslines Tito. Demolition double team Tito. Axe hits a power slam, gets a 2 count. The end comes when Tito Santana attacks Mr. Fuji outside. Axe hits Martel with a cane, and Smash gets the pin. And we have new WWE Tag Team Champions in Demolition. I gave this match a 5 out of 10 here. Robin Leach comes out with the WWE Championship. Bob Uecker and Vanna White come out as well. And we have made it to our main event, the WWE Championship on the line. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase with Andre the Giant versus Randy Macho Man Savage with Miss Elizabeth. A lot of action in this match. Andre continues to distract and cause Randy Savage to get his eyes off of Ted DiBiase. Randy Savage needs Ted to the floor, and then Randy tells Liz something, and Liz leaves. Elizabeth comes back out with Hulk Hogan, who has a chair. Hogan attacks Andre. Ted DiBiase lands a gut wrench suplex and gets a 2. DiBiase gets slammed off the top by Savage. Savage misses a flying elbow. The $1 Million Dream is applied, but then Hulk Hogan hits Ted DiBiase with a chair, and Savage nails a flying elbow drop. And we have a new WWE champion and Randy Macho Man Savage. I gave that match a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't spectacular, but there was decent action in it. After the match, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, the new WWE champion, and Miss Elizabeth celebrate. So with that, this is a long pay-per-view. The first time we're in Trump Plaza. I gave this WrestleMania a 4 out of 10. It could have been better. Some good action. All in all, the best match of the night was the main event, Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase. But still check it out for historical purposes. Our next WrestleMania we're going to be covering is WrestleMania 5, We saw the Mega Powers get created at this one. Well, next year, the Mega Powers explode. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay notified when new content comes out. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts? What are your ratings for this WrestleMania? Do you agree or disagree? And also check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.